on the planet, revealed the moment that led to his conversion to Islam.
My first guest is the funniest comedian on the planet. His film, Dave Chappelle's Block Party, will be available June 13th on DVD. Please welcome Dave Chappelle!
Let's start our journey to see how did Dave Chappelle become a Muslim.
You're a Muslim?
I am.
When did you become Muslim?
When I was 17.
What were the circumstances?
I don't know, it was like believing in God and stuff.
Dave Chappelle, who has exceptional love and respect for Prophet Ibrahim, and who named his son after him, started his journey by looking for God. Although Dave is not good at conducting the research process, he was definite that idols are not God.
I mean, I'm not like, you know what I mean? I should preface this by saying it's not like I'm good at it. When I was 17, I was living in Washington, and there was a pizza shop across from my house. And it was like all these Muslim dudes that worked in there. And I used to go in there and crack jokes. And I was a naturally curious guy, and I would ask him questions about his religion.
The sense of humor that Dave Chappelle has did not stop wise Muslims from introducing and calling Chappelle to Islam. This successful dawah reminded us of Prophet Yusuf, who called everyone to God, including the inmates.
And the guy was so passionate about it, it was very compelling. I like the perspective of it, and I think these things informed my decision that I wanted to have a meaningful life, a spiritual life.
Now, let's see how the story of Prophet Ibrahim and the well of Zamzam helped Dave Chappelle to have a meaningful and spiritual life.
The Prophet Abraham had built the Kaaba in the city of Mecca. That's that holy structure, the cube that you see everyone walking around. That is the Kaaba. When he came to Mecca, he left his wife Hagar and his son Ishmael alone in the desert. He said, don't worry about anything. God will take care of you. And he bounced.
So I'm reading about you being Muslim, and they reference something that I was fascinated by. The well of Zamzam.
There's a well called Zamzam. It's in Saudi Arabia.
And the myth goes that a family walking through this desert dying of thirst. And this endless well presents itself. You and I could go see it.
Right, so I could go see it. You probably have to make some phone calls.
Have you been there?
I have.
She was very distraught after some time, and she ran between two mountains. This is actually a part of the ritual of the Hajj and the Umrah, the two most sacred rituals in Islam, where she ran between these two mountains 7 times, hoping to find a caravan or something like this. And in desperation, she finally turned to God. She prayed, and the angel Gabriel came down and struck his foot onto the ground, and water began to gush from the sands. So much so that she screamed out Zam Zam, like this water, which literally means stop, stop. Zam Zam is a well in the holy city of Mecca.
It's only welcome to Muslims. It's not a tourist location.
No, nor should it be. The man is the Prophet Abraham and his wife. The word Zamzam, you guys speak Arabic, literally means stop, stop, because when it was commanded that this well would appear, the water gushed forth so much that the wife screamed, stop, stop, because it was so overwhelming. And they say that it's an inexhaustible well.
This well still goes forth today, so much so that over 3 million pilgrims will come to the city of Mecca every year, and each one can leave with as much Zamzam water as they like. So God's promise is true.
The thing that comforts me about it is the idea that all of this is from a singular source, that this source is ultimately kind, and even though we may not understand the intentions of this source, they were all connected and bounded by it. You know, like Islam, as it's been presented in the public space, is such a narrow and dismissive view of a religious belief.
Dave Chappelle was successful to introduce Islam to the audience by shedding light on the fascinating story of the well of Zamzam. He also made the audience aware of how the media presented Islam in a wrong way. Now,